Welcome back to another video. And it's getting to that time of year. It's summer, it's June, everyone's got holidays coming up and everyone wants to be in shape. Everyone's trying to lose weight and everyone wants all of the hacks and all of the ways to obviously do that. And in this video, we're gonna run through some of the mistakes people make and most importantly, just some of the action steps that you can literally do from today to help you out with that. And even more importantly, being able to stick to it and maintain fat loss long term, because I think a lot of people, they get in shape for a holiday. I know I've done it before, so I'm definitely not judging here. They get in shape for a holiday and then they just regain all of the weight when they come back because one, they're eating super low calories, not actually fueling their body with the food that it actually needs. They're just focusing on a certain amount of things. So there's a couple towards the end and honestly, absolute game changer that I'm gonna go through. So we're gonna get on into this and head into the first one that I know so many people make so many mistakes. If you're a really busy person and you kind of struggle getting into shape and stick and being consistent with that, these two things are definitely gonna help you, especially the second one. So I'm gonna set the scene. You're really busy, you got so much going on, this going on, that going on, that going on, and you have no idea. And it gets to the end of the day and you just think, have I actually done anything? I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that, I forgot to do that. The problem that everyone seems to have is they do not plan when they do certain things. Now, I'm not saying you need to be strict in terms of hour by hour, but just knowing roughly when you're gonna do things is very important. Sometimes I'll just sit down on a Sunday and just roughly plan out what I'm gonna be doing in the next week and certain things that need to be done and when roughly it's gonna happen. Usually it's meal prepping, usually it's going to the gym, usually it's actually when you're going to go out and get the food is one of the most important ones. So just knowing a rough idea of when you're going to do things, it's going to make your life 10 times easier. Something that I think a lot of people just don't seem to realize is when I have chats with certain people in DMs, they go, how can I not eat this type of food? I was like, I've got this craving, I'm really like this type of food, and when I'm hungry, I gravitate towards that. Most important thing, your environment is absolutely everything. If you're someone that does struggle with cravings or you're hungry all of the time, then please don't stock it in the house like this. I'm very disciplined, but that's the reason why I do not sit in the kitchen in the evening, because this stuff is lying out. Even the likes of this right here, if it was me, I wouldn't be having this. Not my house, so I'm not gonna complain. I wouldn't have that just sat there because that is just a temptation waiting to happen. Your environment is absolutely everything. So if you're able to kind of make it harder or make it less accessible to go and get that food, then it's even better. You aren't eating enough protein, and it's the reason why you are struggling to lose fat. Everyone knows by now, it's not completely groundbreaking stuff. To build muscle, you need protein. Good for pairing and growing the actual muscle. And you may think, oh, I actually do eat enough protein. I eat 120 grams. Up it. For women, I'd go for around 120 to 140 grams of protein per day. For men, I would go for at least 200 grams of protein in a day. Not only is it the most satiating macronutrient, where I guarantee if I told you to go and eat 500 grams of Greek yogurt, which is about just shy of 300 calories, I guarantee you would not be going back for seconds. And do you want to know the best bit? When you eat protein, it doesn't spike your blood sugar. So you're able to keep control of that mad appetite of yours. There's also one very important thing that no one seems to be talking about when it comes to protein, and that is it has a thermic effect, which means your body burns more calories on average compared to the likes of your carbs and the likes of your fats than it does with protein. So if you eat 1,000 calories worth of protein, your body only essentially takes in around 700 of them calories, and it burns 300 just by digesting them calories. But you're now thinking, what do I need to do to increase my protein target? And the first thing that I would say is you need to stay away from the likes of the constantly eating protein bars, constantly eating protein powders. I would opt way more towards the whole single food ingredient kind of food, the likes of your meat, chicken, salmon, steak, Greek yogurt, the likes of your eggs are absolutely massive because your body is going to take more than just the protein from them. It's going to take the nutrients that are involved in there as well. Salmon, for example, you're going to get your omega-3s from that as well. This next one, people aren't really going to like, because if you're just focusing on calories in versus calories out, that is the reason why you are struggling to lose weight. And I know what you're thinking, Jack, the law of thermodynamics, oh, you can't say that. That's just, you lose weight is calories in. Yes, I'm not going to deny calories in, calories out does work, because that's the reason why I got in shape. But it is not the main focus when it comes to fat loss. It's going to come down to basically the amount of food you can fit in and making sure the quality of of the food that you are eating is solid. The body wants a certain amount of nutrients. So if you don't provide the body with that nutrients, it's going to drive you to go out and get that nutrients. And that means eating more and more and more. And if you then go and eat this, there's 100 calories in this and there's 100 calories in the banana. In this thing, there's sugar. Your body is going to eat that and it's going to go, we need more, we need more, we need more. So the chances of it driving you to go and get another one of these is very, very high. But on the other hand, if you have a banana, this has the nutrients, has obviously fiber in it, it's got potassium, it's got, chances are you're not going to binge eat on or overeat on bananas, because once it's had it, it's satisfied and your leptin levels are quite high. It says, oh, we're full, so we don't need any more food. So that's why focusing on the actual quality of the food is absolutely massive going forward. And if you're someone that is constantly tired, constantly hungry when they're in a calorie deficit, then you might want to listen to this. What happens when you eat the likes of the white bread, the likes of the white potato, the likes of the white rice? Your blood sugar spikes. Most people have 4, 5, maybe 6 meals a day. And if you fill the majority of them with carbs, what's going to happen then with your blood sugar? It's going to be constantly rising, going down, up and down. And that is the main reason why you are feeling hungry and you're feeling tired all the time. And you've got zero control over the likes of your appetite, because these are considered as higher glycemic carbs. For a lot of people, everyone's body is very, very different. And it's not like that food's going to work for one person and work for another person. As a general kind of rule of thumb, with a higher glycemic type of food, it's going to raise your blood sugar a little bit more. The likes of your white potato, the likes of your white rice, obviously white bread is going to spike your blood sugar even more, and then you're in less control of your appetite. Right then, so what do I need to do to fix that? So you need to completely cut out, no, I'm only joking. You don't need to do that. Carbs are absolutely essential for performance. So I would still eat carbs on a train day, but now you're thinking, Jack, what type of carbs do you want me to eat? So you're going to want to swap for the more lower glycemic option. So the one that isn't going to elevate your blood sugar as much. Yes, it's still going to elevate it, but it's not going to elevate as much as the likes of your white breads and your white potatoes and your white rice, like I said. So what I would do is make the swap, put lower glycemic carbs, like your sweet potato, like your quinoa, like your butternut squash, your whole wheat bread, your whole wheat rice. This will really help you maintain, not even maintain, but you're not constantly going up and down throughout the day and you're feeling tired and you're feeling hungry all of the time. And the last one is honestly the most important one, and I guarantee it is the most underlooked one as well. One that no one seems to really look into. And it's something that I didn't even look into till not so long ago, till about a year, 18 months ago, when I figured out I was only eating 3 grams of the stuff during the day. And it was the reason why I was struggling so much with my energy, with being hungry all of the time, because I was filling my diet full of foods that just weren't keeping me full. And that is fiber. So you are struggling to lose fat because you're neglecting your fiber intake. Everyone looks at the protein, they look at the carbs, they look at the fats that they're eating, but no one seems to look into how much fiber they are eating throughout the day. It's a bit like that one guy in primary school that isn't really the most popular guy in the world, but he is the best player on the football team. You know exactly who I'm on about there. And this is how we're going to help you increase that today. Not only is eating fiber absolutely amazing for your gut health, it also helps produce the hormone GLP-1 that obviously allows you to stay fuller for longer. And the reason why you are always hungry is because you're unable to kind of manage your blood sugars. And what fiber does very, very well, it helps maintain and it helps reduce that blood sugar spike, especially when you are eating foods that are higher in carbs. You want to make sure they're full of fiber as well, so it doesn't give you that massive spike and leave you hungry all of the time. But how do I increase my fiber? Now, that is a fantastic question. One way I like to increase my fiber is using the likes of seeds, the likes of chia seeds, the likes of your flax seeds. You can throw these into different meals and cook with them. Lentils is a very good one as well that I sometimes do use. And that's one way you can kind of look into it. And the other one is looking into the likes of your veggies, your broccoli, your kale, your spinach is going to be a very, very good way of increasing your fiber intake. Likes of your fruits, your bananas, your berries are very, very good. Even the likes of your avocado as well, very, very high in fiber. Adding these small things in is going to be absolutely massive going forward. So yes, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I dropped a lot of value in that video. Some of that stuff that took me years to kind of, before people started telling me this kind of stuff, and you're getting it for free. So I'm gonna ask something in return. Could you please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button? Honestly, you do not know how much it actually means. And I'll speak to you in the next one. have a good one.